What's up, guys? Welcome back to Whenever Your Head podcast with your hosts. I'm Les Kuzzy, and that's Nick215, and we are
Mm.
back again with another episode. And you know what? I don't know what to start off. How you doing, my brother? We're gonna start off like that.
I'm vibing. Life is good. Another day, another dollar. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So I think we're gonna. I want to. How can I do it? I was gonna split this like into like two different topics, but we're
Mm.
gonna because next week we I'm not gonna be here to do the recording on Tuesday. Well,
We
I'll
could do
be.
two. We could do
Yeah,
two.
yeah. You know what? We're gonna start off. We're gonna talk about the NBA in I think the next one, but we ain't gonna. This one is gonna be NFL. Uh, and I got some little boxing news. So you know what? Let's start with the boxing news. When was it? Thursday. I think Thursday. I don't know when I posted. I posted something on my Instagram, but I think it was Thursday. On Thursday, I want to say in the afternoon, but it was like I was still at work. So you know how you get notifications, but you still don't believe it's true, right? So I got like I saw like I saw a story on TikTok. Someone saying that, oh yeah, Boots Ennis, the Philly boxer, the one I know from my church,
Mm.
he's now officially champion. I'm like, huh?
Hey, the
What the?
championship match you didn't even know about?
I'm like, wait, what? What type of what? How is he a champion? I thought Terrence Crawford is still the undisputed.
Nah, he boxed a crackhead for that joint.
So I'm like, oh. So then they said, oh, they stripped Terrence Crawford from his IBF. I knew Jaron was the interim champion for IBF, so he was technically Crawford next, supposed to be Terrence Crawford's next fight since he won the belts
Mm.
because he's the only mandatory for Terrence Crawford in any sanctioning body in boxing. He's the only one who has that interim belt out of any sanctioning body. He's the only one who's like the number one contender.
Mm.
So Boots was supposed to be the next. He was supposed to be the next person that Terrence Crawford was supposed to fight. That's why I came here on after the L Spence fight, and I came. I said I want to see L and Boots because that was supposed to be the next fight. So I think it's what 5 months
So
now.
so now they have to get this match on the roll because he has his
Well,
belt.
technically, they're no longer doing it on the road because Terrence Crawford, I think, has told. I don't know. He has said in interviews he's not gonna fight Boots. He has, and I think he has already told like the people who like do the belts IBF that he's not interested in fighting Boots.
Mm.
He wants to do the rematch with L Spence,
Well, yeah,
and
I would have won an easy run back too.
then IFBF said no, we are not gonna honor that rematch. We only honor the the unification match when L Spence was the champion because L Spence was supposed to fight Boots because L Spence had the IBF before the fight with Terrence Crawford happened, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they said yes, we kind of hold off that fight because you guys were fighting for the unification, and that's what we only agreed for. We didn't agree for any rematches. We didn't agree on anything else. We only agreed on the unification match for undisputed. You won, so technically speaking, you won the belt. You now had the problem of you have to fight Boots. You took L Spence problems that L Spence was dealing with.
Mm.
That you gotta fight Boots. So
So it's gonna happen regardless. You couldn't duck him, baby.
so I guess he told them he's not fighting Boots. So the IBF, I don't know what International Boxing Federation, whatever the IBF stand for,
Mm.
announced that they are taking the belt away from Terrence Crawford. Technically, they took the belt away,
Oh,
and
they
they're giving.
trying to take his bread too. Yo, just fight him, bro.
bro. I was like, to be honest, that's the better. I understand he wants to do this L Spence rematch, but nobody wants to see it.
That's probably why they about to take his money.
Yeah, so they
I want
took.
to see that
Well,
shit.
technically speaking, they already took the belt away. So they took the belt away. They told L Boots he's now the full time champion. He didn't have to fight for the belt. He just got the belt. So now, plus I think also I think it's a win-win. I don't know about Terrence Crawford, but I think Terrence Crawford is moving up to weight to gonna fight for the Charlo's other belts because Charlo just fought the guy who just fought Canelo Charlo.
Mm-hmm.
He's he's on 154 and he was undisputed, but they did the same thing to him that they took away his belt when he fought Canelo. Like immediately when he got into the ring, he was no longer undisputed no more. He was undisputed the whole day until after the ring walk, after his music hit, after he got on the ring and the bell rang for the fight to start, he was no longer undisputed.
Oh shit.
Weird. Like they announced that long time ago. They said yes, he's gonna be undisputed until it's time to fight. Like until the minute when he gets in the ring, he's no longer undisputed. So technically speaking, it was just for the show. So they took away his belt and they promoted the guy from Australia, Tim Zoo, as full time champion, who already had the fight scheduled last January, but Charlo got injured. So then when Charlo came back, that's when the Canelo fight came on the belt. So he chose the Canelo over the Tim Zoo fight,
Mm.
and that's what happened. So I think technically speaking, so people were like, "Oh, we want to see Canelo. We don't want Terence Crawford versus Canelo." I'm like, nobody wants to see that. I understand big names, but let's be honest. We gotta be real people here. Canelo fights at 168. Well, is it 168 or 160?
I think
160.
he's a couple pounds over
Yeah,
him.
and Terence Crawford fights at 150, 147. Y'all want that man to put on 20 pounds just to fight Canelo? That's stupid.
Yeah, that's business. Fight
That's
the bigger
dumb.
boxer. Don't fight Earl Smith. And plus, you already beat Earl Smith up. I
Yeah,
don't know. They're not gonna let you Floyd your way out of this and
yeah.
cherry pick.
So
So
so people so that's what it was. The issue was like, oh, we want to see who uh th- this is for the Terrence Crawford fans. I'll be honest, man. Y'all gotta convince him just to take the Boots fight because Boots has his other belt now, so he can fight Boots and it has a potential to be 3 time undisputed. That's making history. He already made history being the only man to be 2 time undisputed. Why don't you just push the envelope to make it 3 times?
that's true. That's
But
true.
if y'all convincing, no, we don't want the Boots fight, he's not gonna make money. I'll be honest, the Boots fight makes more, a lot of money for
To
y'all.
you, I don't know if everybody's
No, I don't think.
in
See, I
agreement.
know, but I'm talking to the fans, to the fans. They want any other fight except for the Boots fight. They say he can fight anybody else, even people who we don't know. But they don't want that Boots fight. That's why I say, let's be honest. It makes a lot of money because people, boxing fans, imagine, like, you know how when the Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia fight, how it came about, like boxing fans wanted that fight, right? Like we all were like, oh, we want to see Ryan Garcia versus Tank, even though we knew Tank was a better boxer and a better disciplined boxer, right? But
Mm-hmm.
we wanted to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Most people when they put the polls up, if the would should Terence Crawford fight a rematch with Charlo, Charlo, first Canelo, a rematch with El Spence, or fight Boots. Boots wins the polls 90% of the time. It's not like it's a 50-50 split. Like you fight Canelo, fight Charlo. No, it's always like a 70% fight Boots And I understand why he doesn't want to fight Boots, but let's be honest.
Ain't trying to get fucked up. Ain't trying to take
Like
no L's.
when you fight let's be honest, if you fight somebody like Boots,
The sound.
who's more like you, who's not like L Spence, but who's more like you, how you box, how you switch stances, who's more he analyzes, he's like sharp with his jab, he uses his jab as a setup. It's gonna be difficult to fight him than you fight like L Spence. You know L Spence is gonna come in there trying to knock you out, try to touch the body, trying to get to you, like bully you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So he's more prone to you winning that fight. You're prone to win that fight because you're gonna wait for a counter and hit him with the knock him out again. When you're fighting somebody like Boots, you ain't gonna have those many chances to knock him out because he's gonna be like you. You're literally fighting your carbon copy.
That's probably why you don't want to fight him. Might get his ass beat.
Yeah, you fighting your own version of yourself, but a young version of yourself who's probably who has more power. I don't know, defensive wise, maybe you are better. Boxing experience, you are definitely over Boots, but he's been in the ring. I think how many he has 30 fights already under his belt. So both of you have a great time in the boxing, but you have been in a higher level than him for a long time. I feel like you should fight Boots.
It sounds like cherry picking to me, but I don't know shit about boxing.
I think you should fight Boots. Just get rid of it, because if you don't fight Boots now, then Boots wins the other belts. Since it looks like you don't want to fight at 154, you at 147, you want to go to 154, and that's a very difficult. If you go to 154, you're gonna still have to run into the same goddamn problems at 154, because if Boots wins the belts in 147, he's gonna come for you at 154. So technically speaking, I just say get rid of the whole thing right now. If you can be number one. You can be the first person to take this O out of Boots' name. He's undefeated, but you're also undefeated. So you might be scared that he might take your O away, because Boots. I'm gonna lie, Boots is when I watched Boots, I went to watch him live, and I've seen that man. I think I came here and said that man, when he's in there, he looks like he's trying to kill somebody. After somebody's nose left their body. So I know, I've seen him live. So I don't know.
Who knows? Crawford might get done like Earl Spence.
I don't
He
think
might get Earl Spence. Hey, so
I don't think he's gonna get done like that. But I feel like it's gonna be a good fight.
like I said, it sounds like cherry picking. If you really think
Yeah.
both of those fights is easy, then you had no problem taking either one of them.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I think the harder fight is the Boots fight.
But politics. I don't know boxing politics. Politics is in everything.
Yeah.
So
I think boxing politics is always gonna be over right now. Okay, I think right now politics might be not an issue, since Boots is no longer on Showtime, because Showtime just stopped doing boxing after this year. So Boots is not signed to a big company like the Mayweather promotion, Golden Boy, or Premier Boxing. He was exclusive. He signed. He has his own promoter, right? Kim Duncan,
Jinky
right?
Promoters.
Yeah, he has his own weird promoter that I've heard. I only heard of him because he's promoting Boots. I never heard of him promoting other fighters. And Boots was exclusively signed to Showtime. Unfortunately for Boots, he's now in a dilemma, since Showtime is, after this year, they're no longer doing boxing. They're done with the boxing.
Showtime is never doing boxing again?
No.
Whoa.
They announced it like last month. They came out with a whole statement that they're done with sports. Like their sports department is they're shutting it down after this year.
Oh yeah, something's happening with boxing itself.
Not boxing itself. It's just their sports department. The whole sports like Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes, Oil Smoke, like they are part of that. But there's the Showtime Sports is
Mm.
getting shut down. They're shutting down the boxing, the sports department.
Okay, but Showtime
So
has always been in boxing.
yeah, Showtime has been in boxing for like what 37 years. So they announced it that they're done with their thing. They're gonna honor the contracts for this year, and after that they're done. So I don't
Wow.
know. I thought they were doing great because this year was their best year in a while. You had Spence versus Crawford. You had Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. You had Canelo versus Charlo. Like, yeah, one thing I can give Showtime, y'all went out with a bang on your last year.
Got
y'all
busy.
went out with y'all went out with a bang your last year. But I feel like y'all could have built on this because y'all had more potential fights on your like on the horizon. Like y'all had crazy fights. Y'all had Boots versus Crawford if Crawford decided to work with y'all again. Y'all had Canelo versus Benavides if Benavides wins his next fight. That's in next week. Y'all had Ryan Garcia versus Rolly or Ryan Garcia versus whoever. Ryan Garcia versus Tank rematch
Mm.
because Tank can say he wants to rematch Ryan since right now Ryan looks like a better boxer since he changed coaches. Uh, who's Ryan is fight his first fight since the Tank fight is in December 9th. I think it's in Houston. So he's fighting in Houston. So there's a lot of fights you had a potential in your hands, but we ain't gonna we ain't gonna get into the details on that. All right, now let's get into that's a little thing I wanted to bring up. Now have y'all ready? We now into the NFL, man.
Oh
You
yeah,
know.
I got a good question for you.
Uh huh.
This kind of goes for all of sports.
Mhm.
Where does stats stop and you have to actually look at play start?
When the stats stop, like stop looking at the stats and start looking
Yes.
at play.
Yes.
When the stats saying the total different thing, then I don't look at the. It's
Because if I was
difficult.
going to ask your opinion about Dak, everybody would say he's either not elite. Well, not everybody, but a good amount would say he's not elite, or
All right.
he throws to the other team, or et cetera, et cetera.
Mhm.
Now, if that was to be true, and the majority says that, then why does he have better stats than most quarterbacks?
Okay. Now I see where you I see the now if you put it like that, I'll be honest with you. On Dek's situation, Dek technically is more of a. I want to say he's a stat better. Like he's like Dek. How could I put it?
Is he
Number
Westbrook in the triple double years?
you know
I mean, he don't put up
because
those type of stats, but like I get what you're
no,
saying.
yeah, I want to say that type of thing. Like okay, like Kirk Cousins, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we
Known as
all
a
see
solid quarterback.
he's a solid quarterback, but when you look at the stats, you think he's an elite quarterback,
Definitely
right?
not elite. Definitely not elite. He's good though.
Yes.
He's good.
When you look at his stats, like after every game, he might throw for 400 yards. Like, but when you go watch the game, you find out that's not the case.
Yeah, a lot of
He
that is run after the catch.
not really run off the catch. Most of those stats is coming when they need to. It's a comeback. They're down by like 20, like 15, 10 points, and you know you gotta go and score a touchdown real quick and come back and score another touchdown in the fourth quarter. So his stats get inflated in the fourth quarter where you know that you gotta pass the ball, right? For Dak is the same thing. When Dak plays, for example, when he played the Eagles, right? He
Hmm.
was down most of the game.
That's facts.
Most of the game he was down.
I don't think they took a lead the whole game, but they were
Yeah,
they were they were playing.
yeah.
They were
I think
playing.
if they took a lead, I think they took it in the first quarter. But after like the 14th, after they scored the second touchdown, they were down the most game, right? When it came to that fourth quarter, when you look at stats, right, on Deck stats, people say, "Oh, Deck outplayed Jalen Hurts." But if you watch the game, you're like, no, he really didn't outplay
He really
Jalen.
didn't.
But the stats say he has he's threw for 375. Jalen West threw for 294. You see on the stats line, it looks like Deck had like a better game because he threw for 374, three touchdowns, no interceptions. But when you look at Jalen Hurts, you see what Jalen Hurts did. Jalen Hurts threw for 294, two touchdowns, two rushing touchdown, and another touchdown rushing. It's
Okay.
very it's very
It could be
difficult.
misconstrued,
Yeah,
especially if it's a rushing touchdown, because nobody's really
yeah,
caring about the rushing touchdown from the
yeah.
QB.
But it's very weird. Like when we look at Dak, you gotta watch Dak play and get the. I want to say like when we come to stats, you gotta watch the players that we talk about
Mm.
to see if the stats are correlating to if they had a great game or did they just wake up in the fourth quarter and the stats just showed up. Like so now that goes to my I had a question like do y'all believe that CJ Stroud is supposed to be the MVP for the NFL?
That's where I was. That's where I was going with that.
Yeah,
I
but with
say no because one, being an MVP means you are very valuable to your team, not only your team but the league, and that means you win. And being 500 does not mean that you really win per
he's
se.
five. So yes, how many games
Well, he's
he
above
has?
500 at the moment
Yeah,
at 5 and
yeah,
4. But
yeah. He's 5-4. But
if we all
but
know where the Texans is going,
yeah, but now that's what I'm gonna say. Me personally, I don't put him as the MVP in the league right now, but he's in the conversation.
it's rookie of the
Why did
year. Give him that.
he's number one? He's rookie of the year. That rookie of the year and coach of the year is a lock. Is going to Houston, right?
Mm. Unless they
MVP,
lose all the rest of their games.
unless they lose the rest of the games,
But
right? But when it comes to MVP, I understand CJ Stroud is a great quarterback, best quarterback so far out of the draft this year, no doubt, right? One thing I feel like CJ Stroud has an advantage of is he went to a better situation with a better coach, right? If we because people compare CJ Stroud and Bryce Young. Bryce Young went to I like Frank Wright.
the
He won a Super
Panthers were
he won a
nice.
Su- he won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. Love him to death. He was a offensive coordinator. As a head coach, Frank Wright is not a good coach. I'll be honest. He's not a great coach. We have seen this movie time and time again. We have seen it over and over again. Frank Wright is not a coach. He's not a good head coach. He's a great offensive coordinator, but as a head coach, he's not that good. So if we're gonna compare, plus he doesn't have Bryce Young doesn't have an offensive line. He doesn't have any weapons. We gotta come up here. I don't think he's an okay weapon, but he's not a weapon that is reliable all the time. So yes, when we look at CJ Stroud, I would say he's in the conversation for MVP because we have seen terrible quarterback plays this year from most quarterbacks. Right, he's in there by default. because most of the quarterbacks that are normally in the conversation have played a little bit terrible.
Also, I looked and seen that CJ Stroud did that this week. He had a good week. But Sam Howell did the same thing that Dak did against the Eagles defense. Two things can be true at the same time. They can have great performances, but our defense could be mid. It could be or bad. And
I,
I
I
think that people are looking at our defense saying, yo, it should be good. And they're like, yo, he put up 400 yards, he did this, he did that. But we're not doing
I
great.
think I've come. I don't
We should
think
be
I have
shutting
come.
people down, honestly.
I think I have come on here on this goddamn podcast and I said I think we should fire our offensive defensive coordinator. I don't know for goddamn how long. I think if I say it one more time, I might freaking Candyman might pop out. I have said this. I think after week one, I said this. After week one, I've said I think I have a freaking DM and me talking to the biggest Eagles fan I know is Nick, the one who used to say he's a Marine, right?
Yeah.
He's the biggest Eagle fan I know. He said, "Chill out. It's just week one." I said, "I don't give a damn. Is if week one, week zero, week
My
seven?
man
I
said
don't
this on
care.
week one. He said this on week one.
I don't care if it's week one, is week zero, week 55.
Now you should
When
be
you,
able to say it though, because come on, dog. Come on, dog.
bro, I'm saying right now.
Everybody should have seen when the Jets beat us that
I'm not saying.
something's wrong with that.
Like
How did
our
Jets beat us? I get it that they got defense and stuff like that, but they didn't kill us on defense. They didn't hold us down. It was what, 14-17 or something like that?
Yeah,
That close of a
but
game, their offense didn't make that much of a
a
like,
difference.
come on. Our defense should have did something. I don't know what happened.
I, I don't know if y'all want to y'all ready to say. I think I've said this that we made a mistake signing Sean Desai because I don't know who Nick Sirianni. I don't know if you. I don't know what he said in the interviews that he said he had a great interview. That nigga's. We gotta look at resume at this point. I'm tired of we hire people, right? And when we look at their resume, it's totally different. Sean Desai is a great. He's not even a great. He's not as an offensive defensive corner. He's terrible.
Mm.
We have seen the track record. He's
Hey, some
terrible.
people can sell you a
He's
dream,
me.
and if the team is winning, he's not going to get kicked, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying he's terrible as a defensive coordinator. He's a terrible defensive coordinator. He's mid. He's not terrible. He's mid. He's in the middle of the pack.
Yeah, because
Defensive
our
coordinator.
defense should be doing a lot better than what the
But one
hell
thing I
is going
can
on.
we like you said, two things can be true. He's a great position coach. Like if he's coaching the positions, he's great at that. But don't make him in charge of the defense because that nigga doesn't know what he's doing when it comes to in charge of anything involving the whole defense. That nigga here is terrible. I looked up the stats after the Dak Prescott game after the Cowboys, right? That nigga, his record, he was the defensive corner for the Chicago Bears. His defense was ranked in the top 25. That means he was 25.
Yeah, no,
22nd.
he
I
should
can
not
get,
get our defense.
we have a
No.
great, yeah, if we look at our secondary, yes, our secondary is young. We don't have a lot of great players. We have three great players. But this is their second Slay and Bradbury. Okay. I got something. I don't want to say this, but I think we made a mistake, right? Not paying CJ Ghana Johnson, the one who went to our safety from last year,
Mm.
and we paid Bradbury because I'll be honest.
He was a top corner though. He was a real good corner. I think what was it, a year or two ago?
Yeah,
He was
but
real good.
one thing I don't know why he says I don't. When I watch Bradbury, he's a great corner. But one thing Bradbury does a lot when he goes against people with speed, he really tries to do this thing of he never goes and press them. He tries to be conservative and let them run their routes. Bro, if you do that to Tyreek is already out. He is already. Don't let Tyreek run a route, a short route, a drag route where when he catches it, he is a first down. So they're gonna run literally crossing routes so that your two corners collide. And we play man defense. I think we are terrible in man defense. I'll be honest, we are terrible.
That's
We are,
like when we picked up Nandi Asamoah and we were trying to play man defense.
bro. We are super terrible in man defense. We
And
can't be
Nandi was only good, and some people be only good on a bad team too. Like
bro,
Bradbury, I don't think was on a good team when he was going crazy. So it's like he
bro.
might be. I don't know.
Last year, I'll be honest. Last year, Bradbury was saved because we had people were scared to throw to Slay and CJ Gunners Johnson, so they didn't even throw the ball that much. Every time they threw the ball, they would throw it very short, so he got some couple interceptions and some, you know. This year, I don't know. I think we gotta go to zone. Make sure that nobody turns their backs. People you facing, you are watching. Play the zone. We are not playing any man defense. I think after we are the bye. Please somebody God talk to Sean Desai and tell him to play zone. Like for real, like play zone. Like I don't know what else you want me to tell you to do, but play zone.
You gotta switch up something when teams that don't have offense is doing great. But we
Yeah,
are
yeah,
beating the teams that have offense, so I don't know, man. I don't know.
bro.
Maybe he trained for the Dolphins and he ain't worried about the Jets. I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
let's be honest. We gotta be honest. We have the same goddamn defense as the fucking Dolphins. The Dolphins don't have a defense either. But we are playing.
We can't do
You
this
know,
when we make it to the Super Bowl because Kansas. It's
that's why
either
I say
Kansas City or it's Dolphins or it's not the
Baltimore.
Bills or Baltimore. Those teams have heavy offenses, but they also got shitty defenses too. I don't know. Maybe
No, no, no,
defense
no,
just don't matter.
no.
Maybe defense
We,
don't matter.
okay. I would say, I won't say those teams have shitty defenses. Kansas City, we playing them this week. I don't think if we don't go to zone, we lose in this game. I'll be honest. I'll be honest with y'all. I don't want to be coming up here and lie to the people. If we play this goddamn same defense that we played the last 9 weeks that we played, we losing the goddamn game. But I'm just letting y'all know because we are not winning with that Chiefs defense that we are playing if we don't play defense ourselves.
That's facts.
Because if we don't play defense, the Chiefs are gonna score points, and we and they score points. We gotta keep up. But their defense is very strong. Plus, that defensive coordinator is. I want to give him props. That nigga is a great defensive coordinator. Like I know that, bro. He's strategic. I don't know how he does it, but every time he finds a way to put Chris Jones in a 1-on-1, and that's mind-boggling. That every time you do this, when I watch the Chiefs, I'm like, how is people not double teaming Chris Jones? And I'm like, oh, I know why. They can't double team Chris Jones. They are occupied with other people. So Chris Jones is just gonna have a field day with everybody. But now I want to talk. I saw this story, and y'all know me. I don't like this, but we gotta talk about it. Goddamn, Tyler and Travis Kelce kissed, man, in Argentina, man.
Oh, y'all, they recorded it. Yo, they got alright. It's getting creepy, bro. It's getting creepy, bro.
Well, technically speaking, nobody recorded it. Well, they were at a concert. Well, Taylor had started her international leg of a Eras tour, the tour that she's been doing, goddamn,
Making a lot of money.
making a lot of money. So she started the international part of the tour where she's going to different countries. So Travis is on a bye week, same as the Eagles, and Travis missed the first night, but went to week two, the night two. He came to Argentina the night before, had dinner with Taylor and her dad, and Taylor had the show that next night. Uh, she changed some bro. It's so weird that she even changed the lyrics to one of her songs. Like she like Travis was caught off guard. I'm like, yo, even I was like, I feel like Travis is now even weird out with this because he was caught off guard. She's like, Kama is the guy on the cheese coming back straight home to me. And you see his dad, her dad is like so geeked up. He's like, she's talking about you. And he was like, what? Did she just say that? Then after this, she left on stage. She was walking, going backstage because Travis was like, cheering her on from the VIP tent. And when she was walking backstage, she like walked and she ran towards Travis, jumped and gave like the kiss, and then walked into the tent after that. But technically speaking, it was more nobody recorded the whole. You had a
It's on
concert.
the stage.
Yeah, it's on the stage, so you gotta see it because she's walking. It's not like she went backstage. She was walking the whole wherever the thing to go to the VIP tent or backstage, the walkway. There's people can still see her, and she was giving like bowing to the fans and waving to the fans while she was walking. And man, when she walked and she saw Travis, she ran, gave him a kiss, they walked, and that's it. But we gotta talk about this, man. I think at this point is we have we the NFL has y'all have milked out of this story. We are now I think we are tired.
Yes, we're done. We're done. Stop covering it. NFL, don't say
Like
nothing about it. It's okay. It's all right. We got it.
because I woke up, right, I saw it. I saw the video, right? I'm like, okay, cool. They kissed.
Yeah, we understand their
Mm.
bromance. Please leave it alone. NFL, don't say nothing. Don't bring it
Oh
up.
no.
Don't show it at a
No,
Chiefs game.
no, you are super late. Guess what the NFL did?
Oh my God, they already got to it.
Bro, they went on TikTok, posted the video.
Oh my God.
They posted that video. They posted the video when she changed the lyric. They posted other videos when they were at the paparazzi took a video of them when they were in the restaurant, and the dad was clapping for them while they were leaving the restaurant. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, do y'all know there's other teams playing?
They don't give a fuck about the rest of y'all. It's just the Chiefs, it's Taylor, and it's the Eagles.
Like,
They barely care about the Eagles.
I'm like, do y'all know there's other teams playing?
No.
I'm like,
No,
okay, I understand. I understand Taylor is a big name, but godly, we are tired. I'm like, we are tired. We are sick and tired. Like, right? But this is a topic I want to start. Do y'all believe that Bill Belichick, this is his last year in New England? Do you believe that?
Didn't he sign an extension at the beginning of the year?
I don't know.
It probably should be. He out there calling whatever the fuck he called. They said I didn't see it, right, but I was watching Nightcap. Shout out
Yep.
to Shannon and Ocho.
Yeah.
Shannon was like, "Yo, so they're starting quarterback." It was what, a minute and 30 seconds left in the game. He benches the starting quarterback just to put in the bench quarterback.
Yep.
And then he comes in and he throws an interception on a fake spike or some type of fake trickery play. I was like, yo, Bill Belichick is wilding. Hey, dog. Hey, big dog. You got to come out of there. Hey, it's you. It's not the quarterbacks.
I don't know.
It's not the team. It's you. It's you.
Okay.
Who the fuck calls a fake spike? And bench they mans. What you doing?
Okay. On Bill Belichick defense, He's not calling offenses, so I don't think we're
That's
gonna
another
be.
thing. That's another thing. He didn't call the play. The special team coach and some other nigga called the play. Hey yo, everybody need to be fired. Who the fuck? Everybody need to be fired, bro. I'm telling you, this shit, dog. Everybody need to go down. This shit is like Nino Brown, bro. Everybody gotta go down, bro. I heard that shit and I was like, oh nah, oh nah.
Bro,
If the Eagles ever get to that point, I would never watch another game. I won't even say I'm an Eagles fan. Dog, the Eagles get to that point, it's over, bro. The Patriots is done. Y'all had a good time, though. Y'all had a good 20-something years of just success. So, even more than that, because Drew Bledsoe wasn't bad.
bro, you know what? I want to say this, right? This is something I want to say. Panthers, do me a favor, Panthers. This week and the rest of the season, win at least two more games. Please win two. I'm asking for 2 games. 2 games, Panthers. I want two. No, not even two. Win 3 games. Please win 3 games. If y'all can pull that off, I swear to God, I won't say shit about the Panthers for the rest of the year. Y'all know why? Because that means the Patriots are the worst team in the NFL. That's all I want to see. I want to see them with the first overall pick. That's all I want.
No, do not give Bill Belichick the first overall pick so he can turn this whole organization around and do another 20 years and somehow not
No, no,
die.
no, no. No, you don't get it. You don't get it.
No, Greg
You
Popovich can do that, but him, not him. Get him
no,
out of here.
no,
Let
you
the
don't
Patriots
get
be
it.
bad, bro. They never been bad.
No, you see, that's the part. You are not getting where I'm going with this.
Okay, I don't see the
I don't know
vision.
what happened.
What?
You were frozen for a second.
Oh.
You don't get it. You don't get it where I'm trying to go with this. If you make the Patriots the worst team, that means Robin Kraft might fire Bill Belichick, right?
That
Fire
ain't
Bill.
happening. That's his man.
Man, you gotta. We just speaking hypothetically speaking.
That's his homie, bro.
That we speaking hypothetical speaking. We are not speaking realistic speaking.
Alright, I'm with you.
If you fire Bill Belichick goes to the Washington, whatever team that no, go to the Chargers because the Chargers need some help on defense. They need help.
He's gonna sink the Chargers. Go to the
No.
Chargers.
No, he's gonna help the Chargers because that coach that over there is making the Chargers worse. I
I don't know. Maybe it'd be different. I don't know. But the Chargers have been actually ever since LT and Antonio Gates and all them people retired. They've been bad. They've been mid. Like
Bro, the Chargers have a great offense. Y'all know, not even great. I want to say not a great offense, but they have a good offense. But bro? What do you have to do when you score 28 points and your team can't average? You gotta score 30 points almost to even have a chance to win.
that's what the Cowboys gotta do. If they ain't putting up at least 17, bro, they not winning.
But
They not winning.
Bro,
Don't get fooled by that 6-3. They're not winning.
I gonna lie, the Cowboys have a good defense. But if the Cowboys, this is what I want to let people know. We're gonna be honest. We like make fun of the Cowboys, but if the Cowboys don't get scooping scores, pick six, a defensive touchdown, they're winning that game.
Yeah, they not winning. If they defense don't put like one TD on the board, it ain't happening. Or set up a field goal for them, it ain't happening.
So I'm just letting y'all know, to every Cowboy fan, if y'all play, the reason why you are 6-3 is because the 3 teams that goddamn beat you didn't give you a chance to even have a touchdown on defense. The Cardinals, y'all lost to Joshua Dobbs, who's right now being like a Cinderella story in the NFL because he's doing good work with the Vikings. We thought the Vikings were out of it. Goddamn, this thing has won 2 games. They look like the Vikings are in the playoffs right now, as this looks like it because of Joshua Dobbs. I thought they were out of it since Kirk Cousins got injured. No, they're not. They are winning games. So that's it. But what we talk about there, right? I want to talk about this real quick. This is something I want to bring, like, say this. Uh, when does it? I was gonna ask a question, like for real, like when do we gonna start calling out the goddamn freaking Josh Allen is not a good quarterback?
That's what they starting. I I don't know. I feel like Josh Allen is a little bit better than Kirk Cousins. Um,
But we
and he
gotta,
had a lot of potential. That's probably why people haven't said it. But they kick Lamar Jackson's back in all the time. So yeah, go ahead, kick his back in.
yeah, we gotta start talking about that, bro.
Why do they do that to Lamar Jackson? I don't understand it.
I don't know. Okay, I wanted to say that,
It's like they
like,
hate Michael Vick or they hate running quarterbacks. Like, all right,
bro.
he's a
I
running
don't know,
quarterback, but he's really good.
bro. This is one thing I want to say this, and I want to say this. Shout out to Shannon Sharp, but this week you had one terrible take. That goddamn loss to the fucking Browns wasn't his fault. I'll be honest, that was not his fault. That
And
nigga scored 30.
in his defense, that is literally his point that he gave up 2 turnovers and then they lost the game. That's his point.
Bro,
That's his point.
the interception that he's talking, the second interception, that was not, bro. That was not. How? What can you do? The goddamn defender tipped the ball at the line of scrimmage, and it went to the other team. And it went
That's
to a
what he
pick
was saying
six.
though. You give him leniency just because it got tipped. Like so, nigga, you gave up the ball.
Bro.
I'm
The
just saying.
def-
I'm just the
but
messenger.
the defense played did a defender did a great play.
Yeah, yeah, it happens.
I'm giving him leniency. Maybe the first interception that I didn't see because I didn't watch the game because it was not on TV until like late after I forgot what until after like the freaking 49ers were killing the Jags, and that's when they switched to the Browns. And y'all remember last week when I said, "God damn, put the fucking Ravens and and Browns on prime time," and I said that because I like that game. That game was so entertaining. It was entertaining to the fullest. Yes, the Ravens lost, right? Both defenses didn't play great because the Ravens put 31 points. The Ravens let the Browns score 34 points. But both teams didn't play great. But we gotta be honest. That loss doesn't go to Lamar because that man scored 31 points.
Okay.
That man put
Okay.
that man put 31 points. He had the defense had a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter. The defense had to come. They should have hunkered down and cut and say we are not losing this game. We are not gonna say everything goes right is Lamar. We praise Lamar. Everything goes wrong when it's yes.
Yeah, we
He
kick
had
his
two in
back
the-
in. That don't make sense.
yeah.
That don't make sense. I feel you.
If it-
I was just saying the take.
Yeah.
But Josh
if-
Allen did the same thing though. So what we gonna do? We're gonna talk to both
Because
of them or one of them.
But Josh Allen didn't do it a bit, bro. I didn't watch the game, but Josh Allen didn't have a 14-point lead yesterday, last night, when he played the Broncos.
I believe
lost
he just gave up the ball twice. I think was the point. Or
the
once.
point. That's what I'm gonna say though. Josh Allen since last year, second half of last year, that nigga has been throwing interceptions. That nigga is like, he's not, some people are allergic to throw interceptions. He's not allergic to throw interceptions. Like, he's prone to throw interceptions. We saw that in week 1. He threw 3 interceptions. Like, bro, the best player on the Jets week 1 was freaking number 3 Wilson. The best player on the not on the Jets. The best player on the person who had the most catches on the for the Bills was number 3 for the freaking Jets. I'll be honest. We gotta be funky with it. We gotta be honest with people, right? So Josh Allen had 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown, threw for 177. So when are we gonna start saying Josh Allen is not a top 3 quarterback? He's just a a top 10 quarterback, not top 3.
He's definitely dropped down. He's definitely dropped down, in my opinion. I
Because
felt like he dropped down before that because he doesn't show up, in my opinion, for certain games. Joe Burrow does the same thing. He doesn't show up for certain games.
Because we're gonna come up here because all y'all tell us every year, like since the one time when he had a great game in the playoffs against the Chiefs and he lost the coin toss, right? That's when we put Josh Allen in this conversation. Top 2 quarterback in the NFL, top 3. Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl that one year. We lost to the to the Rams. We put him in the top 3 quarterbacks. So when goddamn are we gonna stop saying Josh Allen's top 3? Because I can tell you the top 3 quarterbacks in my opinion. And this is not biased. Well, it might be a little biased, but it's not biased. I think
it's Hurts, Mahomes, like true or just doing good. If we just talking about doing good, probably Stroud and
no,
Tua
top 3,
and then probably like Mahomes. But
no, top 3 true quarterback. True. We're not doing playing good.
No,
we just
Mahomes,
saying true.
Hurts, and what's the other?
So
I forget.
I'm gonna say Mahomes. Jalen Hurts. I'm gonna put Burrow in the 3.
I don't think so.
It's Burrow and it's big. Okay, this is why I'm gonna say Burrow because I've seen Burrow. One thing, Joe Shiesty, I ain't gonna lie. That nigga, that nigga, when he gets into the mode of Joe Shiesty, when you gotta get the win, that nigga comes in. That nigga he tends it. He doesn't throw interceptions. That's one thing. But we're gonna talk about that. But now we gotta see this week. I don't think I have any bets because I didn't put any money in FanDuel, so I'm not gonna give you predictions because I'm not. Well, I might, but not this week. This week I'm not because I'm scared that we're gonna lose to the Chiefs. So I'm not gonna try and get my hopes up. I'm just gonna watch the games with like a level minded.
So you ain't gotta worry about nothing. Yeah.
Without further ado, man, this is the first half of the episode. We're gonna see you guys in the next one. Hold on, after this. Peace.